Tell us about the Hanseatic League.
I'll tell you what it is. Let me try again. The Hanseatic League was a commercial and defensive confederation of merchant guilds in market towns in northwestern and central Europe, growing from a few North German towns in the late 1100s to a league came to dominate the Baltic maritime trade for 3 centuries along the coast of northern Europe. Hansa territories stretched from the Baltic Sea to the North Sea and inland during the Middle Ages, and diminished slowly after 1450. Hansi is the old High German word for band or troop. The word applies to a band of merchants traveling between the Hanseatic cities, whether by land or sea. Hansi in the Middle Low German came to be a society of merchants or trader guild. Merchant cities established the league to protect the guild's economic interests and diplomatic privileges that in their respective cities and countries, as well as along the trade routes in which the merchants used. The Hanseatic cities had their own legal system, operated their own armies for mutual protection and aid. Despite this, the organization was not a state, nor could be called a confederation of city-states. A very small number of cities within the league enjoyed an autonomy and liberties comparable to those of a free imperial city.
Okay. Hanseatic League. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah. I love it. And it's got a theme park in Schleswig-Holstein.
Schleswig-Holstein.
Schleswig-Holstein. And it's home to Hansa Park. It's home to Hansa Park.
All right. Is that it?
Well, I want to see Hansa Park in action one of these days.
So you want to see it in person?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And go on the world's tallest drop tower ever. And fastest drop tower ever.
Is that Highlander?
Yeah. I want to do that ride.
Ugh.
Are you going to put a cringe face?
Maybe not.
Just put a cringe face on it. Just put a cringe face on it just because you cringed. Dad.
Alright. Is that it?
That's all.
That's all. Alright, one additional thing. This child was bought at Costco yesterday, and they're called Squishmallows, but they also have a chewy one. I didn't see it there at the time, but anyway, you only have so much space in your house, right? Look at that. Couldn't help it.
Hi, Raft of Wandering Otters, and this is Paul and Steve out for one of our midnight excursions. Why do we go at night when it's so such a poor environment to film? Because Paul doesn't want to see face masks, and that's why we do it. So, what do you say, Paul?
Boo-hoo to you, new ham.
You want to get in?
New
Who?
Governor. Boo-hoo to you, Governor.
Oh, now we're not going to get into politics. You're not in frame.
Oh, oops.
Paul, as you likely know, really doesn't like face masks. So
And social distancing.
and the social distancing. That's interesting. Okay. So anyway, long story short, he's a little mad at the governor of California because we have some of the more stringent restrictions of all the states. Not as bad as some states. Are actually
Who has the most?
You know, I really couldn't tell you right now, and it's kind of fluctuates. It also fluctuates from county to county too.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I forgot.
Yeah, we're kind of hoping that amusement parks in California can open sometime soon, but that's still kind of up in the air. All right, so we're going to take a drive in the country.
Yeah.
Okay, come see what we see. You want to say it?
Come see what we see and have a
You're
happy
not-
day.
You're not in the frame.
Come see what we see and eat a lot. And don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs unless they're prescribed by a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're feeling sad and lonely, call me.
Maybe call me. I'll be around.
I'll be around. Which way, left or right? Quick. 3, 2.
Right.
Okay.
Did I scare you?
Not really.
Do you like? This was the most miserable year ever.
Yeah.
What do you like about propelling out of a helicopter?
Oh wow, look at the Christmas display. Never done it. How about you? Have you ever done it?
I want to do it.
Yeah.
What could be a good exercise? Propelling out of a helicopter?
Yeah. Oh.
I just like the movie Tron.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go on the Tron ride.
The one at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, if they have one at Disneyland, which I hope they replace the submarine voyage with it. What do you think, Dad?
Oh, is everybody so down on the submarine thing? That was when I was a kid, that was one of the things I really wanted was a submarine. Especially with windows. Not so much with screen doors, but windows.
Are we going to get... What about the Tron?
What about Tron? Oh, you mean at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Well, since we're filming, why don't you back up and explain what's going on?
Well, the submarine voyage ride is getting low reviews.
Yeah, I don't get that. I think that's a real kick in the head. But I will admit, though.
And a big
Okay.
slap in the face.
Yeah, but let me finish. I will admit that it is a pain in the neck getting on the ride. It is usually a very long line, and also it's fairly cramped and kind of stuffy air inside the submarine.
But I would like to see a new Tron ride.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Paul would like the submarine voyage at Disneyland to be replaced with a Tron ride like they're building at Walt Disney World. Which park are they building it at?
Magic Kingdom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they'd put something like that more like in Hollywood Studios or something.
Tomorrowland. They're putting it in Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland of Magic Kingdom. I'll be darned.
They could put in the Tomorrowland of Disneyland as well.
They could, too. Yeah, I guess they could. Oh, well anyway, that's the story. And apparently the construction's been coming along on that ride. Hey, did you know that our Governor Newsom traveled to Walt Disney World because Disney Corporation wanted to show him how Disney World was meeting safety requirements, COVID safety requirements, and remaining open with limited capacity in Florida.
So he's being taught a lesson the easy way.
Well, I think he may have already gone and come back. I don't know, but hopefully he saw how it can be done. I mean, we were watching one vlogger the other day, and he went on Rise of the Resistance, and they had little plexiglass shields for people to protect people, and
It's just a temporary thing, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And of course, one of the problems that's been ongoing with the rise of the revolution, or rise of the rebellion,
Resistance,
is the ride breakdowns.
I think it's a lemon.
No, it's supposed to be one of the most fabulous rides ever. And I can see where people would say that, but it does have frequent downtime because it's there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of things have to sync together, and
Like the drop track.
Yeah. Imagine that's probably the number one offender right there is the drop track. You know what that reminds me of is, remember the Hard Rock Cafe, and why don't you describe that coaster, what it was supposed to be like?
A Ferris wheel.
Yeah, well, it was your coaster car would be lifted up, placed in this Ferris wheel. So I mean, just all kinds of moving parts, just crazy. And then the Ferris wheel would join you to the track, the main track. Then you'd go on the ride and go back to the station. The process would repeat.
And I knew Joelle on Biggest Loser lost a 0 on her final week on campus with Carla. Do you know anyone that's are we German, Dad?
Well, we have some German heritage, yeah. Now, who's that song for?
Over 96.
And they're a soccer team?
Yeah, from Lower Saxony.
Lower Saxony, and that's where Hanover is?
Yeah.
All right.
Have you been to Hanover?
No, I haven't. I've never been to Europe.
Maybe Mom could go to Hanover to see what it's like.
Maybe, huh?
It would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like good times.
Good times. We say good evening to you from Marina on the Salinas
River.
Raptor Wandering Otters, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
You want to say it?
See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Say it again.
Bye-bye.
Is that it?
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.